See, you dudes ain't fooling me. Y'all be on the internet talking about how women these days only want you for your money. They ain't loyal. And you go on and on and on about the most toxic group of women you could possibly conceive. But those ain't the ones that y'all are fumbling. Y'all be fumbling the girls that don't want nothing from you, but reciprocity and respect. That's the ones that y'all be playing with. Y'all not only play with them, you play with them for the women that you complain about. And then you tell the good girls you want peace. But then you bring them side chicks, side families. You bring them 50-50, but be submissive and take care of 100% of the home responsibilities. Make it make sense. The math ain't mathing. Somebody tell me, am I tripping? Y'all put facts. If I'm speaking facts, let me know if I'm lying down in the comments, please. Y'all fumble the girls that really want you for you, want to build something real with you. Those are the ones y'all play with. But then you get on here and you complain about today's women are materialistic, gold diggers, always want to be flued out, etc., etc. And it's almost like you prefer those women because that's who gets the best from you. That's who gets the tricking on. That's who gets the most impressive. That's who gets that. But then the good girl always got to humble herself in order to be with you. Make it make sense. Why is it that you're going to complain about a woman like that, but then whenever you get, when you get with the good girl that don't fit any of those negative characteristics, you try to humble her. You tell her that she's being unrealistic by wanting you for the intrinsic qualities that don't cost you no money to give. Let me know if I'm the only one. Am I the only one that sees that? Please tell me. Put I down in the chat. If I'm making sense to you, put I down in the chat. Every time I check my DM, these dudes, and I got love for my brothers because I know how it is when you trying to figure stuff out. But some of y'all ain't trying to figure nothing out. You just want to be validated in your toxic thoughts as they currently are, and I'm not going. And I don't mind telling the truth because guess what? You can't beat me up. I can fight. But facts is, man, y'all talk about the good girls ain't out here, the good women ain't out here, but that woman that gave you loyalty, gave you support, gave you understanding, gave you consistency, and all she asked for was the same in return. You told her she was asking for too much. You told her that she was always being negative. You told her that there was nothing that you ever did that made her happy, so why was she even there? That's the one that you did that to. And then you wonder why a lot of women who actually appreciate you or could appreciate you walk away and let you just go ahead and chase those women that drain nothing but your wallet and your sanity. Y'all go on and on about how women these days are getting dudes in child support situations or divorcing men at whatever rates and taking them for half, and you ain't even got a half to get taken from. Y'all talk all of this stuff, man. I'm not going. Y'all be fumbling the good ones, man. Keep it all the way real. That woman that you fumbled, that woman that you lost, she was asking for emotional equity, not charity. She just wanted you to match what she was already giving you. She didn't need you making her beg for scraps. She didn't need that. And for the record, reciprocity means equal investment. Not generous gestures when you feel like it or whenever you realize she's finally on her way out the door and she's finally had enough. She's actually gotten the courage up to finally leave you. That's not that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. Let's keep it all real. Oh, I know they trolling. I don't care. Let them troll. They can't whoop me. But more importantly, let me just kind of give a side note, sisters. There's no reason why, if that man has fumbled you or done enough to fumble you, that you should still be there. I was just talking to my subscribers earlier. A lot of y'all, you in these situations, and I'm not here to shame you. You let somebody overstay their welcome in your life. It's not because you're weak. It's not because you're naive. It's not because you don't know. It's not because you're any of those things. It's because you love hard. And that's one of the gift and curse aspects of loving hard. But also let me say this. If you're one of those women that's in that situation because you're financially dependent on him, you can do what you want with this information. But I've seen too many women leave before it got really bad and destroyed them by simply making a couple of adjustments. But if you can get some money, great. If you can get you $15,000, $20,000 and save it up, awesome. Most of y'all can't. Most of us can't. I've been there myself before. But if you can't do nothing else, please, please, please get you a 700 plus credit score. It's just as powerful as $15,000 to $20,000 in the bank. That 700 credit score will get you the $15,000 to $20,000 credit card. Easy. That you can use for emergencies, that you can use for that new place while he's at work. You can get your stuff moved out. You can get the lights turned on. You can afford it if you got to relocate, or if you got to take a second to find you a new job. You can afford that. If your mental health ain't where it need to be and you need a month or two off from work, it can take care of you. I done seen too many women do it. I've seen some of y'all, because yesterday, let me, I don't want to get sidetracked. If you listening to this, please, please, please make sure you have your own before you start dating. I've seen too many situations where men are putting women out of the house, threatening to put them out the house. And that's what I mean by if a man does something to fumble you. I come from the old school, man. Don't let no man tell you more than once that he don't want you. Put I down in the chat if you've ever heard that before. And I would tell my sisters this: the best way to make sure that that's never you is to have your own. If you ain't got $15,000, $20,000 in the bank, they ain't nothing. Hey, look, ain't nothing to be ashamed of. We all start somewhere. But you only a few weeks away from having a 700 plus credit score, no matter how much you done messed up, no matter what kind of late payments you got, no matter what kind of collections, repossessions, bankruptcies, don't matter. There are laws that will restore your credit report to a 700 plus. Now you can go out here and you can figure that out on your own. Information is out there. It took me 6+ months and I wasn't making much progress. So I just got somebody who knew what they was doing. If you could find you a legitimate credit repair specialist, that's the number one next step you need to take if you don't currently have your own. Now, I have one. He costs $2,000. He did offer for 10 people who want to get their credit repaired that he would do theirs for $250. Last night, I put this up. He allowed it yesterday. It went away quick. If you have not yet and you want to get your credit repaired, look, I'm going to give you my guy, not somebody I think is good. My credit repair specialist. He did my credit repair. Let me pin this. Just comment the word fixed. Comment the word fixed if you want your credit fixed. Again, he normally charges $2,000. He'll do 10 more people before midnight tonight for $250. I just put the link down there. Or comment the word fixed and I'll send it to you. Money back guarantee, all of that. But back to what I was saying, because I hate to see when y'all are stuck in these situations. But there's a lot of dudes out here. Y'all in my DM. I'm seeing the podcast. Y'all complain. All these women ain't a safe space. I ain't never seen a good woman that wasn't willing to be a safe space for her man that was creating emotional safety for her. Never. You know the ones that ain't an emotional safe space? Those women that y'all are gawking after, that y'all are lusting after, that y'all are all up on their social media and their comment section, hard eyes, the ones that showing their body left and right. I don't care who don't like it. Those are the ones that ain't no safe space. Why? Because they really don't care about you. If it ain't the money, they don't care. And I don't feel sorry for you. Because guess what? For every one of them that you going after, there was a good girl that you played with and she gave you her best. She gave you her heart. She was offering partnership. She was never looking for auditioning to be your emotional servant, but you tried to make her into that. The type that remembers everything important to you. She asks about your day. She supports your goals. She celebrates your wins. But in return, she just wanted you to show the same interest in her life. And yet you acted like, remembering her work presentation or asking how her day went and actually listening with some kind of extra credit instead of basic relationship maintenance. You fumbled her. That's why I don't feel bad when these dudes get out here and the girl just want to, get him trapped in child support, or she want to do this, man. Look, and honestly, I definitely don't feel bad about the child support thing. But respect is not a luxury request. That is the minimum fee to access her energy. If you're dealing with a good woman, but you don't understand that, and you can't understand that because you're so addicted to the illusion of options, you make the woman that's ready to make you her choice and her investment feel like she's asking for too much by wanting the same from you. That's why I don't feel bad for dudes. Y'all get on these podcasts and talk about the absolute worst of women when truthfully, you're describing the women that you still want. And you're left to deal with them because you played around with the woman that you didn't value. The one that actually wanted you. She was trying to let you know, like, basic respect. That's supposed to be automatic. Not something she got to earn or argue for or anything like that. Y'all play with the real ones. That's why a lot of them, they got their guard up. Maybe they don't want you for your money, and maybe they don't want you for this and for that, but they not opening themselves up no more like that because they tired of getting hurt. It's a lot of good girls with this wifey material. They guarded up. They not open right now. They're not even bad women, but they're not open. No, they don't want to talk. No, they don't want to give their number out. Yes, they have zero problem being celibate right now. And it ain't got nothing to do with them being bitter. Today's women so masculine. Bro, they don't trust you. They don't trust you, especially when you got those patterns. That's your fault you lost that queen. You sitting there chasing after women that don't really want anything from you but the benefits. They don't want the ups and downs, the journey. They don't want to hold it down, be in your corner. They don't want none of that. But the problem is the women that ask for the least often give the most. Meanwhile, the women who demand the most contribute the least, but somehow get the most attention. Correct me when I'm wrong now. That good girl that was willing to pay for dates whenever you was broke or willing to support you through your career changes, she never asked you for expensive gifts. She built you up when you were down. Meanwhile, you was chasing somebody who expected you to fund her entire lifestyle, plus her fantasies, plus help her keep up with her friends, and gave you attitude and drama and inconsistent attention and made you compete with other men. And you want to judge all women by that type of woman. That you were so horny and so surface level in your own character that you're the one giving that attention. That ain't the only type of woman out here. Y'all so fond of them women, but then y'all fumble the ones that really want you for you. Are y'all seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Somebody said, yeah, again, I know credit repair, it could be, there are legal ways. I'm not going to be on a public platform telling y'all nothing illegal. I don't do that anyway. But when you click that link, if you one of the 10 people, if you get in now, you're going to see me showing you my credit report. I went from a 490, something like that, to an 816. That's where I'm at now. That's why I'm not ashamed. That's why I know what I'm talking about. So if your credit is jacked up, whatever happened in the past don't matter. There are laws that you got to have an expert help you through that will get your credit up to a 700 plus. That's instant $20,000 at the bank. Instant. That's what I'm saying. But that's neither here nor there. If you want to do it, do it. If you want to stay with bad credit, cool. But I say today's men are not as convicted to be head of households, safe spaces, reciprocal. So you got to make sure you're not coming from a place of a void to fill, sisters. Even though you may be a traditional woman, you may be a great homemaker, you may be a great mom. That's awesome. But you got a lot of predatory providers out here. What I mean by predatory provider is he'll pay a bill here and there, but only so he has leverage over you. The moment y'all have an argument, he'll remind you of your place. I've seen it too many times. He'll remind you of your place the moment things get bad. And now when things get really bad, you can't even make the move that you need to make for your own mental health because he's so heavily integrated in the finances. Yeah, you got a job. Yeah, you make money. Yeah, you was able to do for yourself, but it was so stressful you don't even want to go back there. That's why I recommend, now this is totally up to you. You get in a financial position so you could choose the man that you want, not the man that you need financially. This is why. You have an extra $15,000 to $20,000 in the bank or at least a 700 credit score. So immediately you can go down to the bank and say, hey, I need a $15,000 credit card, $30,000 credit. And they don't even blink. They don't even blink. Letitia says, please, I'm interested in credit repair. Comment the word fix. Comment the word fix. I'll send you a link. He's only doing this discount until midnight, by the way. It's going back to $2,000 tomorrow. But if you want your credit repaired, again, I vouch for him because he did my credit. Not because I've seen him do good work. I have. But he did my credit repair. So that I don't vouch for nobody else on my platform when it comes to this kind of stuff for a reason. But he is legitimate. And anybody legitimate is going to charge you about $2,000 most times. But the people who come through my link can get in for $250. Comment the word fix. I'll send it to you. But yeah, like I was saying, a lot of you dudes out there, you mistake that woman, that good girl, for being so low maintenance. And the truth is, no, she's not low maintenance. She's just not materialistic. She's high value, low drama because she handles herself and she just wants partnership. Y'all think so lowly of yourselves, fellas. You think of yourselves in the context of just what you can do sexually, maybe financially, if you got that. You can't even believe in a woman that believes in you. You can't even trust in a woman that trusts in you to be better than where you are. And self-sufficient women aren't asking for less because they're worth less. They're asking for balance because they bring that balance. That's why. That woman's independence is really strength. It's saying like, okay, I've come from a, solid place. I ain't asking for hands. I ain't expecting no man to just do for me. Of course, if you're a provider from a healthy, safe place, great. But if not, she's already good. She's gotten it. And see, this is why as a woman, you want to financially be where you need to be, because then you don't have to accept the discount on how you're treated based on him supplementing or trying to overcompensate for what he financially brings. Now, again, a lot of you dudes, you already done had that kind of woman. Pay her own bills, handle her own problems, manage her own emotions, maintains her own friendships. She ain't asking you to rescue her. She's not asking you to buy her. She's asking you to be an equal partner in building something together. But you mistake her self-sufficiency for permission to put in minimal effort. Then you ready to do whatever it takes to get you a quote unquote Instagram baddie to prove something to your homeboys. Because you don't feel confident enough within yourself to know when you've already won. Christine says, I have no credit due to my husband who passed away. He was controlling. Well, you still in the good. I hate that, however that went. I don't know if you're grieving. But with no credit, you're in a position. You're in good position. I still advise you to get with him. Eli is his name. Because now you need to build your credit profile. Too much to get into right now, though. Again, click the link or comment fix if you want him directly to work on your credit, like he brought mine from a 490 to an 816. I literally show you my credit report at that link. I'm clicking and refreshing so you can see it's not a screenshot. I log in and show you the results. Mine. But that's neither here nor there. Y'all dudes, y'all want to neglect the good women, then complain about the relationship problems you get from the women that you was willing to do anything for, pay anything for, because you wanted to impress somebody else. But when you lose a quality woman, that forces you into situations with lesser quality options. I know it's not politically correct to say this, but all women are created equal. Not all women move equally. That's just what it is. There are some women, bro, that they don't even do people the way they've been done. Their heart ain't even set up like that. There are some women, they'll never go after their homegirl's man. There are some women, they just don't move like that. There's some women that's not shiesty. There's some women that's not going to stoop to your level. They're going to protect their energy so that they attract what's for them. Linda, send me a message because I know that ain't the case. By the way, when you sign up for credit repair, you're going to get an email that gives you directions for what to do next. Just want to make that clear. I know some people are used to the folks out there that say, oh, I'll fix your credit, and you never hear. If you sign up for credit repair, it's like getting your car fixed. You got to bring your car in and get worked on. It's a process. Take a couple of weeks. Mine took 4 weeks. But back to what I was saying. You dudes out there, y'all let a good woman walk away. You think they all out here. So you just trying to find the one that's the most impressive right now and all that kind of stuff. You thought her reasonable requests were too much work. But now you dating a woman who requires constant drama management, explosive emotional maintenance. All she brings is chaos. And I don't feel bad for you because you traded. You traded the woman that enhanced your peace for somebody who destroys it. That's why dating is so difficult for you. China says if those females fought as well, they're still allowing it and still dealing with it. Absolutely. But again, that's the gift and the curse of being somebody who loves hard. I'm not one of those that's going to shame you because you keep trying. You feel like there's hope. You want to try another way. I believe that's displaced loyalty. That's what loyalty looks like, but it's displaced. It's good to fight for what you want. Good to fight for your relationship, but you shouldn't be fighting alone. And when you start fighting alone, you know that's the time to throw in the white flag. That's not your fighting. That's not your battle no more. That woman was never asking. I'm talking to brothers. It's several that come to mind. A lot of dudes I know personally. I ain't gonna call them out. But it's like, bruh, that woman is not asking you to change who you are. She's asking you to be your best consistently and let those parts of her you promised were just for her not be accessible to anybody else. Everything that good woman requested of you was reflective of who you're capable of being. She was never demanding the man that you're not. But whenever you destroy her, whenever you discard her, because you think you can find those same irreplaceable qualities in a packaging that's more pleasing to your lustful eye, that's where you lose. A lot of y'all already done hit the jackpot. You already done won the lotto. And yet you keep going broke on scratch-offs. If you picking up what I'm putting down, if what I'm saying is making sense to you, please put facts down in the comments. I want to know if I'm talking to anybody. If what I'm saying is making sense to you, put facts down in the comments. Sade says, my therapist confirmed so much ish I brought up today. I love that. Because y'all be thinking y'all crazy. Y'all not crazy. Y'all are not crazy. As I said about the bankruptcy months ago, yes, bankruptcies, late payments, collections, repossessions, anything on your credit that has made that score go lower, there are laws that protect you that you probably don't know about. Legally, there's nothing illegal I'm going to promote on here. And then for those who get the credit repair, make sure you look in your promo folder, spam folder, etc., because there's going to be an email. There's going to be an email that's going to come. It's crazy because I know the guy now, Eli. I've seen people sign up for credit repair and they literally won't show up to the Zoom call. They won't send the information in so he can work. I've seen the back end. You ever seen somebody go get their car fixed and they want to bring their car in? But yeah, dudes out here, man, y'all sitting there creating the problem and then play victim with the problem you created. If it's a woman out here that you got to date and she ain't got the same character as the woman that you fumbled, or it's a bed that you made and you don't want to lie in the good woman that no longer gives you access to that good. Y'all don't want to be respectful, man. Y'all think because you pay a bill or something like that, man, look, real respect is about communicating. Not interrupting her, not dismissing her because she's bringing up something you got to be accountable for. Actually listening when she speaks. Emotional respect. Not calling her crazy or dramatic or negative or too sensitive, or she's always overthinking or trying to leverage past traumas that she told you about, etc. No. Social respect. Not embarrassing her in public or behind her back. Making her the butt of jokes. Slipping in little underlining little key moments that always make her look crazy. Decision respect, including her in choices that affect the relationship. Time respect, showing up when you say you will and prioritizing commitments to her. Straight up. A lot of people don't understand. Respect goes so much deeper than just you don't abuse her or something like that. Rogina Griffin says, I pulled my credit report today and a lot was deleted from my credit. Eli is good at what he does. Oh yeah, I already know. Eli is the name of the credit repair specialist, by the way. Again, he's only taking 10 people till midnight, and I think that's in like the next 2 hours. So comment fix if you want him to work on yours. Again, he charges $2,000. Most legitimate credit repair people are going to charge you thousands of dollars. It's worth it. If you ask me, it was worth it when I spent that $2,000. But that's totally up to you. He's only charging $250, complete all-in price to fully restore your credit. Anything on there. School loans, collections, again, anything. All leveraging the law. It's just a lot of people don't know the law. But I don't care how you do it. If it's somebody repairing your credit, if it's building up your credit, if you're going to go mow lawns and sell lemonade, I don't care. Come into a relationship these days understanding that even the providers are not traditional like they used to be. It's a lot of predatory providers out there. And yes, cost of living is crazy. I totally understand if you got to stay with somebody because you don't know if you're going to have a roof over your head without them. Or whenever you didn't have their financial help, it was just as suffocating mentally just to live. I get it. And then on the emotional and mental end, you got to break that attachment too. I get it. But you don't have to stay in anything that's proven to hurt you because you can't heal in the same environment that made you sick. And the environment that's making a lot of good women sick today are these men that will fumble them even though they don't ask for nothing but reciprocity and respect. That's the craziest thing. I come from that. I know what it's like to be on that side of things. On this side of things, I'm here to tell any man listening, brother, it's so much better on this side. It's so much better whenever you're walking in integrity. It's so much better when you ain't got nothing to hide. My 20s were full of all the same stuff a lot of y'all doing, and you stuck in now at 60. It's been 6 years since I lived, 5-6 years since I lived like that. I just turned 36. So 6-7 years actually since I lived like that. But I'm telling you, it's so much better on this side. When you over there, you losing your queen, chasing women who cost you everything and give you nothing. You ain't going to have nobody to blame but yourself. And you're going to feel that in your chest for the rest of your life. I don't care how many girls you can get, how fine they is. 1,000 of them don't compare to that one real one that wanted you for you. 1,000 of them don't compare to that one real woman that wanted you for you. And you'll never forgive yourself for telling her that was too much to ask. But those are just my thoughts, man. I'm your internet big bro. You know I got your back. If this was helpful to you, if you know that I spoke some facts, if you know I spoke some kind of truth, only if you know I spoke the truth, find a little arrow down here and hit that share button so you can spread this to more people. You might bless somebody just when they needed to see it most, and that good karma gonna find you. But again, I'm your internet big bro. Oh, yes. For those asking, I put the link down here, but if whether you see it or not, comment the word fix. If you want your credit fixed and you want to get a 700 plus credit score in the next 30 days or less, I've seen him repair credit in 4 to 6 days, but I don't want that to be the promise. I like to stand behind stuff I can vouch for. He repaired my credit from a 490. Y'all judge somebody else to a 816 where it's at now in 30 days. And if he can't do nothing for you, money back guarantee. Comment the word fix. I'll send you the link so you can get started. Holla at y'all later. Y'all be good.